What's up, everybody? Let's keep this going. Thanks, Laurent. I just caught the end of his show. And if I am well informed, this is the final shift, the final countdown, the last 2 hours of this Black Friday Banterthon. So, without further ado, let's play some chess. No pawn intended. None taken. I can't promise it. I'll probably take a lot of your pawns. Gotta keep it real. Is that a Wesley So profile picture? Maybe not. No, I don't think it's Wesley. So, how we doing? 31-31. That's about the rating I left with, and Laurent said he won a lot of rating. So, Sick Hammer. Sick Hammer had a bad session. Sorry, Jean-Louis Amer. No pawn intended is not intending to give me the e4 pawn. So I'll be humble. Bishop c5 is my main move. But you gotta mix it to win the biscuit. At least that's what Lawrence Trent told me. And he knows a little something about biscuits. This knight a5 c5 is one of many possible plans, the sort of Chigorin style treatment of the position. You could do a lot of other things. King h8, knight g8, h6, knight h7. This is sort of the most, classical. Try to claim some space in the center. I would guess white is slightly better here, but it can't be too bad. h6, bishop f8. d4 with a knight on d2. Sometimes it's tempting to take twice here. I'm not gonna do it, but it is sometimes tempting. And Yappy Pippin is saying, was a bit of a sickathon with Lawrence and Jon really ill, but they soldiered on as good as they could. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a pity. Burns 420 says, yesterday was great. I never got out of my PJs. Today I had to hit the score, but it only took a minute. Been a good couple days. That's nice. I, these days, rarely ever not wear sweatpants. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Just a factual statement. I'm wearing sweatpants right now. I left the house earlier to go to the gym, and lazy as I am, I'm not sure if that's considered rude or anything, but I usually just keep my sweatpants on and wear them in the gym. I change the t-shirt and the shoes, but the sweatpants, why bother? So I can't say I'm wearing PJs all day long, but I've worn, I think, the same sweatpants for a while now. They might need to hit the washing machine eventually. But I feel we're not there yet. Stipe is saying, is that because you sweat a lot? No, I'm very much on board with this new athleisure. Is that what it's called, or is that only for women? The athleisure movement that allows us to just wear clothes that people would be embarrassed to wear at home like 10 years ago. Now, you can just pull them off. Put on some white t-shirt, hoodie, keep the sweatpants on, hit the streets. Zeelandson saying, don't wash them for climate change. There you go. As for the game, no pawn intended. Yeah, he's played some good moves. I'll take here and try to get my rook to do something. The problem is the knight on b7 obviously is an idiot. So I might have to find a future job for him, which won't be so simple. I haven't given up on the guy, but it won't be trivial. The only landing spot for these knights is usually what's called f7, but it's going to take a while. He's continues to do sensible things. Yeah, I'm slightly worse if anything. This is Spanish torture. Quelle torture, as we say in German. Good game by no pawn intended. He's probably studied Laurent's tips on how to apply Spanish torture. Because Laurent, a bit of a torturer in his pastime. Not today, because it's his birthday, but regular Wednesday, he likes a bit of Spanish torture. So here we are. I will try to, confuse matters by making some fake active moves. Hope one of them will have an impact. But I still have to solve the horsey problem. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can get by with my active pieces. But usually you cannot get away with such a passive knight for an entire game. Maybe I could have taken on e4. But I could only have done that had I seen it. Now I've seen it. It's like that movie, which I haven't seen. Now you see me, now you don't. Or in my case, now you don't see me. That's right. That's the comedy gold you sign up for. Queen f3? Now you're panicking. No pawn intended. Probably wasn't intending to give me that e4 pawn. And now that it's gone, it is all falling apart. Thanks for the game. No pawn intended. What else is going on? Same old crew? Where are my noobs at? No one's using the BF 2019 code to sniff out Chess 24 with a discount. Maybe they all played Monsieur Fressinet already. It's hard to keep track who played in what Banterthon session. I can only see the total games played against Monsieur Banterthon. So apologies if I'm playing somebody that just played 10 minutes ago. I would not know. Andy Gregor, are you there? Are you with us? Doesn't look like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ibortovich. Sorry, Andy. Andy Annan. A bunch of non-premium challenges. Sorry guys, I can't accept those. Alright, let's play Area 51. He's been here a lot. I've never been to Area 51. Do they like have public tours? They should have, right? C4, C6. That's what the cool kids play. E3 just to confuse Area 51. He's not confused. He doesn't even think about E5. That's so upsetting. Whew. And now, I don't know. Play the most non-threatening dull moves the position has to offer. That's been the secret to my success. My great success. G6, but daring. Okay, let's change tune and ruin our position as soon as possible. E4 looks kind of wrong, but it leads to drastic change of scenery. Maybe Area 51 will be very confused by this development, as he should be, because it's a weird move to play. My point is after d, knight e4, bishop g7, I would check on d6. I'm not sure how much that does, but that's the big idea behind it. Of course, he can go d, knight e4, bishop e7, which is actually probably quite acceptable. Or he can do something completely different, like d4 or knight to e5. But at least, you know, it makes the position weird. Here we go. He does go for that. Wow. Castles. I have a feeling I shouldn't allow knight takes e4 and bishop f6 without a fight. Tell me more, tell me more. Did she put up a fight? How's that song allowed? It's very, very rapey song, no? Tjark the Dark is asking, yeah, did you ever try to go vegan for a while? And if yes, did it affect your chess? Yeah, I did, but not for a really long time and not very strict, frankly. Like, I would still put Parmesan cheese on my stuff, so was never fully vegan. In general, there is this thing called the vegan honeymoon, right? When you stop eating crap and eat more plant-based, more healthy stuff for a while. It's great, but most of my research, I'm a bit of a self-taught nutrition nerd, has told me that it's much harder to maintain than, eating some meat or some fish or some dairy. So I'm not vegan, but I'm trying to, eat wellish. Not sure if that makes any sense. I think it makes sense. I'm a bit tempted to take, but I'm such a nit about sacrificing anything ever. Probably to pile off the rook would already be on e7, even though I'm not sure that's enough. Alright, I'm gonna need some new targets for my pieces, because the bishop is not doing much on f3. And some of the other guys were also. The knight on g3, seen better days. It's like Robert De Niro at the end of The Irishman. Don't worry, no spoilers. But that's what the knight on g3 is like. Yeah, Area 51 is playing well so far. But eventually, I'll talk him into doing something stupid. Or into thinking. That's the most stupid thing you can do. Welsh, do you mean Welsh? No, I meant kind of well. Cthulhu is wondering if chicken parm isn't vegan. I guess not. Mr. Dodgy is saying Jan is still 32 months away from hunting elk. Wow, you're listening to Joe Rogan, Mr. Dodgy? Where's the elk hunting coming from? Yeah, I've been scanning the Utah mountains. Woodstock 37 is wondering who wins a kickboxing match between Marcel Luske and Svidler. Svidler is younger. Marcel Luske is probably meaner. And I think kickboxing is mainly about being willing to kick. And I would think Marcel Luske has probably been in more fights. And he has more kicker in him. I could be wrong. But I think Peter would agree with me that kickboxing matches are not high on his to-do list. Bishop h6. Active move incoming. I might be checkmated in 2 moves. But I don't want to get checkmated without making at least 1 active move. Those are my rules. Okay, I need to find a way to put even more pressure. Takes queen c4. Nah. It's close, but nah. Close though, but nah. Random queen move somewhere. Queen d3 is knight e5. Kind of pointless. No, I don't see any active moves. I made my 1 active move. That will have to suffice. DE or FE? Probably DE, because after FE, this knight is a little destabilized. Now I have reached at least a symbolic edge. I'm not sure if it's very much, but I should be somewhat better. I'll unpin the horsey. Knight e8 makes a lot of sense. He wants to exchange bishops. I don't really want to. So I'll keep mine. I like bishops. The good thing about bishops is they don't have to be on like menacing squares to have an impact on the game. They can chill on e2 and c1 and have their their say later. I couldn't think of a word, so I said say. Okay, I'm gonna have to speed up a little. I'm basically just moving around. And also, I'm also moving around badly, which is not ideal. End game. I was taught that in an endgame, you should bring the king. I don't know where, no one taught me that, but bring it. And then move your pawns somewhere. So far, just the usual. White is a bit better. Bishops. Moving them around, trying to make something happen. We'll see if that happens. Not sure about f6, maybe. Some move like bishop e5 check first was a bit more flexible. You never know with these things, do ya? Do I want g7 or don't I want g7? I feel like I don't have to just yet. I'd much rather do it if my king was a little closer. All right, this is asking for it. Bring the king. Keep kinging. Ugh. Why did I allow that? That was stupid. Ugh, that's upsetting. Might still be good, I don't know. But that was not part of my master plan. Playing some insanely dumb moves. Okay, we're both a bit low on time at this stage. So, I guess I'll forgive myself. Tough fight against Area 51. I think I was playing a good bishop game. Well, at least I kept the bishops for a while, but then, yeah, in the end, got a little out of control. That's how it goes. Thanks for the game, Area 51. Let me play Black Fins. Oh, 5-1. Almost 51. C4. E5 is a good move, no? Taking the center. Give me that center, Black Fins. What's Black Fins? Like a John Bartholomew Scandinavian guy? E4, D5. Calls it the Black Fins. Probably not. F3. I'm not sure. Makes some sense to undermine the center, but I can still go F5. So I don't like the timing here. It feels more weakening than achieving anything. While F5, knight F6 is not something I mind doing. Knight b5 is too aggressive. I understand the idea, Black Fins, but queen a5 check. And it turns out that knight b5 was a bit of a waste of time. If you catch my drift. Sometimes I say things. I have no idea what that means, if you catch my drift. But I heard it somewhere, and I'm trying to sound, more idiomatic. So I'm basically like a 3-year-old. I'm just repeating things I hear somewhere. Don't really get them, but if people say it a lot, if you catch my drift. How wrong can it be? Yep, sensible move by Black Fins there. Let's ask some questions before he manages to castle. Like, are you scared of g5, sir? He's saying no, but he might regret that. Or maybe he won't, I'm not sure. Maybe I should have just kept it a bluff. But here we are. I don't see anything for him. FE, I have DE, so I don't have to allow the position to get too open. Knight a4, Zwischenzug, I have Queen a5. So I think I'm okay. Pizza Racer is saying, mimicking others is the backbone of learning. That's why I don't learn stuff. I have very limited social interactions. But yeah. I gotcha. And Yep Pippin is saying, catch my drift is a bit like... No, I'm saying... Yeah, no, I know that. I don't know what it means literally. Like, catch my drift. I know what it means. Now, I mean, if you catch my drift. But what is a drift? Like turning the car around? Tokyo drift? How would you catch it? That's the part I'm struggling with. Sly Server saying, I'm sure he's lying about not being a social person. I'm really not. I wish I had more friends, more social interactions, parties to go to, stuff to do. But I really don't. Alright, I caught a piece here, which is nice. Another one. Keep on coming. Black Fins. Give me more. And David7519 is saying drift as in snow drift. What is a snow drift? Like a vehicle that drives through the snow? Snow drift, let me check that. Because I am from Greece and have a thirst for knowledge. Snowdrift. It's like... What do we call this in German? Lawine? That's a snowdrift? I didn't know that. Learn the word. Boom. Snowdrift is a deposit of snow sculpted by wind into a mound during a snowstorm. Okay. Got it. And why would anybody catch anybody's snowdrift? Totally new user saying drift is the draft. Drift is the draft? Those words are very similar. They shouldn't mean the same. It's like a breath of air for air draft on the floor. So catch my drift means, do you catch the air that I'm moving? I got it. Thanks. I don't want to exchange all the pieces. Ain't nobody got time for that. I haven't even watched The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And Black Fins 0521. Lose on time, but he was also losing his queen. So he was in trouble. Thanks for the game, Black Fins. Let me play. Color complex. Yep. Yippin is saying the internet is asking me, what made you want to look up catch one's drift? Is that a bad thing? Is that a sex thing, catching one's drift? I wouldn't know. Playing against color complex here, and I am planning to control which color complex? Probably the dark squares is a more realistic goal than the light squares. Yep, I'll go for the dark squares, sir. C6 is doable, playable, but it's not the most principled move in the world. A6, he has a plan. A man with a color complex and a plan. I don't know, CD I guess is principled. I'm thinking of principled, but my voice doesn't really buy it, does it? B3 I'm not so sure about, because yeah, it allows him to develop quite conveniently. So color complex has really studied this, but I will still claim that dark square color complex one day. And then joke will be on you. Or you give me that bishop. That works too. Note to self, don't blunder queen. Thanks, Jan. See? Good thing I wrote that note to self earlier. Note to self, don't blunder bishop. Like, it won't be the end of the world if you do, but there's no need to keep it stuck there. That is what's... No. I should stop the that's what she said jokes, especially the bad ones. Because if I keep doing bad ones, Laurent will never learn. Laurent's a very smart guy, but he does not understand the concept of that's what she said jokes. I'm not sure if the topic came up. But it's very disturbing, really. He just doesn't get it. He tries constantly, but never one that makes any sense. It is really pretty upsetting. And color complex resigns. I didn't manage to dominate the dark squares, but the light squares I managed to get a good grip on. But of course it's just the story of a one-move blunder here after h6 cd. He should take on d3. And we're just getting started. Sorry, color complex. Let me play Jane Z11. I just keep clicking on names. I see all of those already have a game. So if you're new, challenge Banterthon or go premium now. Use code BF2019. If you haven't gotten a game yet, I'll do my very best to play you right here, right now. Well, I'm playing Jane's 11, and I'm playing the Taimanov, which I do not know well. That's a bit of an understatement. Do not have a freaking clue. This system with knight takes c6 is very strong if they go a6. I'm not sure how effective it is after queen c7. I'm sure it's playable as well. But it should be less impactful. I'm wondering where to put my bishop after castles. I think just e7. d6 looks more tempting, but he goes f4, and I have to do something about it. So I shall be humble. I have a hard time believing knight b5 does too much damage, so just let it happen. a4, what's that about? Oh no. Bursuk is wondering how many liters of coffee C24 uses in 24 hours. This is my third coffee of the day, so I guess I would make like 1 liter. Carnicero is saying, Jan says I have no clue, and then comes up with some insightful comments. I apologize. I will stop with the insightful comments. I have no clue. I have to keep going. As for the position, I'm fine. Not sure if better, but e5, e4 is looming. Maybe I should have done it immediately. I was too lazy to calculate e5, knight c6, but maybe that was the moment. Now what happens? e5, bishop f6. Nah, I can't do that. Yeah, that was real sloppy. Sad. Very unhappy. Because now I have to make some clumsy move to clean up this mess. Which one? I can't even think of a good move, frankly. So upsetting. No, I shouldn't tilt myself into e5. This is very ugly. No, queen c7 was a horrible move. Now I'm in trouble. Like knight f5 is there, all kinds of nasty things. See how one horrible move can turn the position around. I'm wondering if after knight f5 I can get away with bishop d8, or if that's just asking too much, and if I should take and play knight e4 and hang in there. Not for now. I'm intending to go bishop d8, especially if he thinks about it for 10 more seconds, because, you know, time is running out. You chose to challenge for a 3-minute game. Wasn't me. Even got it on camera. f4 looks wrong to me. I don't think f5 is much of a threat, really. And if it's not, I just hope it's not really. Then it's just very weakening. e5 is the move I really want to play. I can't quite figure the tactics out. Queen e5, bishop d6, takes. Okay, who cares? We shall find out. Bishop d6, queen e8. Okay, really no time. So I saw bishop e7, bishop b7, and I thought, okay, it's no checkmate, so we'll take it from there. That was my reasoning. Rook a1 is a better move, I will admit, begrudgingly, of course. And I will think about what to do. Maybe here. The plan was to cover this rook so I would have time to play bishop d7, while ideally threatening something. Yeah, okay. It's time to speed it up. Sorry. More wisdom coming later. For now, must take stuff. Thanks for the game, Janes11. Yeah, I was happy with my position until I played this ridiculous move, queen c7. Here I should play. Probably e5 works. I couldn't think it through. Knight c6, queen 7, knight e5. But it feels like there should be something. Maybe not. If not, I should play h6 or any normal move. That was dumb. Anyway, thanks for the game. Very exciting. And we have a noob, Thomas Lilienbecker. Is that your real name, Thomas? Or is it in nick? I would enjoy it if your real name was, let's say, Max Power, and then you used Thomas Lilienbecker to troll people on the internet. We're playing some sort of King's Indian. He's played an early a6, which I don't know. I just want to punish. I'm not sure if e5 is good. Probably any random developing move is more where it's at. But I was hoping knight g4, I could go e6, fe knight g5, something along these lines. And make Thomas pay for his early flank pawn movery. Looks like my master plan is working out. And Thomas Lilienbecker resigns. Sorry, that escalated quickly. Thanks for the game, Thomas. Anton Square Me is saying, say something nice about Andrew Wiggins, please. Andrew Wiggins is amazing. He's He's by far the most improved player in the NBA, no? All this love that... I can't even think. Who's getting most love for most improved player? They're wrong. Andrew Wiggins improved from 300th best player in the NBA, and that's me being sort of generous, to maybe 22nd. That is the most amazing Cinderella story in the history of basketball. It breaks my heart that you had to bench Jeff Teague, because I'm a giant Teague head. And I was thinking the future belonged to the Teague-Wiggins backcourt. It looks like it's not happening. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins is an inspiration for us all that are incredibly gifted but have very low work ethic and are still handed a $150 million contract that you can still do it. And it's such a feel-good story that really warms my heart as much as any story coming out of the Twin Cities could possibly warm my heart. So I'm delighted, Anton Squared Me, for you, for John Bartholomew, for Wesley So, for everybody in the greater Minneapolis area, that you get to see Maple Jordan reaching his prime. What a joyride it must be. You might even make the 8th seed and get a round of playoffs. As for Karl Anthony Towns, not a fan. Team Joel Embiid all the way here. Perpetual Stainmass is saying, what's next? Lawrence Grandmaster? No, that's a bit of a stretch, but what would be comparable? Like Fressinet winning mind games again in his 30s. Jocko Pianoforte is saying, isn't Towns shooting something like 50% from 3? 44%, how dare you exaggerate? Like 4 out of 9 per game. Nah, not a fan. Someone show me a video of Towns playing defense in the 4th quarter, and I'll change my mind. Cthulhu, wow, Cthulhu is Team Towns. He's saying the Joel Embiid to finish with 0 points the other night. That's what makes him special. Who else does that? Anyway, enough basketball talk. But yeah, I'm delighted for the Minneapolis Timberwolves. Must be having such a great time, Anton Squared Me. Woodstock 37 is saying Team Marc Gasol. Yeah, but that's like being Team Mother Teresa. Who doesn't love Marc Gasol? Probably more people don't love Mother Teresa. Jocko Pianoforte saying, I'm Team Capella as far as players who disappear in the playoffs go. It's just called Houston Rockets. No, you don't have to choose a particular player. Kidding. The only team that gave the Warriors a fight. Big fan. If you're watching, Daryl Morey, giant fan. I'm a bit embarrassed. I think he's sticking to other chess sites, but apparently Daryl Morey watches a lot of chess streams. And I once talked to Magnus in Baden-Baden, I think, and I was very upset about James Harden's new three-point shooting, let's call it technique, where he jumps like straight into the opponent, like 2-3 meters ahead, and then claims a foul. So I said something out of line about James Harden. And now I'm worried that Daryl and me won't be friends. Because I don't think Daryl has any bigger problems on his plate with the whole Hong Kong-China controversy. I think he secretly wants to be my friend too. But he's feisty and petty, as am I. So probably he will never look past my James Harden comments. Even though I apologize now. You know, once you did it, the apology can only repair so much of the trust that's been lost. I'm sorry, Daryl. I didn't mean it. Giant fan of James Harden. The most unguardable offensive force. The history of the game. After Andrew Wiggins. I think that's fair to say. As for this game, I took a pawn somewhere, which is nice. He has some positional compensation, shouldn't be enough. Because the knight on d6 is very nice. So I will be my usual defensive self. Put the knight on e3. Try to cover the c4 pawn. And then, in 100 moves, think about doing something active. Some a4, a5, some g3, something. Cthulhu is saying right now, James Harm, no D. Wow, Cthulhu also upsetting the great Daryl. Is playing like Mike Jordan back in the 80s. Yeah, but in the 80s, Michael Jordan wasn't 30. I'm not sure. I didn't watch Michael Jordan in the 80s. I don't think he shot 15 threes and 300 free throws per game. So I'm not sure that's an accurate comparison. Did he ISO a lot in the 80s? I didn't watch any 80s basketball. I'm old, but not that old. Zeelands is wondering, can Jan beat this chicken thief? Ah, that's what voleur de poule means. I had no idea. He's trying to steal my e4 pawn, but he's not going to be able to do it. I have to make some defensive moves, though, which is upsetting. But okay. Let's face it. I don't mind moving all my pieces backwards. It's in my nature. You're threatening knight e4 and also maybe queen g6 could become a topic, so I thought the queen might as well keep an eye on. And what's called g3 before the matter escalates. Here we go. So queen, are you doing a good job keeping an eye on this pawn? Can I go bishop b2? Or will that lead to a lethal attack? You know what? Show me the money. Many options. Rook g2, knight g2, king h1. King h1, he wants rook f6, then rook h2. I don't see it. And if at first I do not see, I dust myself off and take the piece. Not so clear actually. Rook f3 he should play. I probably have nothing better than queen g3, but I'm not thrilled, to be honest with you. Could have done this much more cleanly. I'm a bit tempted to go super greedy after rook f3, bishop f3, knight g2, but it looks like asking for trouble. Yeah, knight g3, knight e2. No, I can't do that. Alright, so voleur de poule will have a great attacking game under his belt once he lost on time and checked it with the computer. The computer will tell him, you know what, it was actually minus 0.90 if you had played that move and that. So we'll always have that memory, voleur de poule. G2. It's too deep for me. What's your plan? I don't get it. No, that makes no sense, voleur. Sorry. Panicked. So many options, so little time. And he resigns because now I take all the pieces. Yeah, that was a weird position. I'm not sure the feeling is knight g3 didn't work, but I did get a little scared. I will not lie to you. Good game. Voleur de poule. Saying next time, that was your shot. You only get one shot. One opportunity. I mean, you will play again, but it will be one-way traffic. Lexstead is saying, I wouldn't call it struggling, but Jordan did need to get stronger to defeat those guys. Yeah, it was also a bit unfair. They were allowed to foul him 15 times every possession, no? Did you read the Jordan rules? Like steady? Peter is asking if I'm railing any NFL. No, I'm only strictly NBA. I don't know the first thing about NFL, MLB, NYC. LAF 2019 is saying, Jan, played you twice without a mouse. I don't know, what should I say? Congratulations, or get a mouse, or sorry? I guess sorry. You know, mice aren't so expensive. You should get one, and then next time, boom, there you'll be all miced up. Perpetual Stairman is saying, careful with this, Jan. He looks crushing. Oh, he's called I'll Crush Your Balls. That's probably a basketball username. Do we have no one vetting these usernames? That must be bad, no? The Mental Picture? Did anyone see that movie? What's it called? Meathead? Rinskop? It's a Belgian movie, so probably no one's seen it. It's a really good movie, but it has the most disturbing scene I've seen in quite a while in movies. I'm not sure if that's an endorsement or anything. It's a really good movie. It's a good character study and all that stuff. But yeah, there's some some scene. Let's call a thing Runskop. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it's probably hard to get. Yeah, Runskop Bullhead is the English title. It's an excellent movie. This guy Matthias Schoenaerts, he's showing up in more mainstream movies. I think he's a really good actor. See? That's me with the underground movie tips. Still got it. But it has a really disturbing scene. Perpetual Statement is wondering if the movie inspired this username. That I do not know, but it is for a reason that I'm thinking of that movie right now. Really, really good movie. As for the position, I'm very used to these types of positions, and I like to think I'm decent in them. I'll do something incredibly stupid in a second to undermine that. But generally, black can often be better here, because a knight on c3 is misplaced. It sounds strange, but then this pawn structure doesn't really have anywhere to go. Like a4 is taken, e4 is taken. There's also the old Rubinstein rule of thumb that whoever gets in knight e5 first is often the side that's better here. I'm not sure knight e5 is the best move, but just to illustrate. Because often, if white has to take, bishop takes e5, your bishops become extremely active very quickly, and you can go for a kingside attack. You see the knight on c3 is also not controlling the e5 square, so it's another drawback. Therefore, once you put the knight on c3, these structures where black takes on c4 and goes b5, which you also get a lot from the Vienna, are often very tricky to play with white. Not saying white is always worse or anything. He's white, but it's not that you have the symmetrical pawn structure and you think, okay, this is just a draw, this is just equal. It's actually very tricky to play these. Alright, those were the 5 seconds of educational content. Now let's go back to Runskop. How do you spell it, this film? You should probably play knight a2. That's not a pretty move to make. And I'll go... Maybe bishop e4 works, I don't know. If not, I'll go bishop b8. f4 is also typical thing. It's... Oh, he's resigning. I was actually not taking on c3 because I'm an idiot. But I was so caught up in explaining that now you can go bishop b8, bishop a7 and target the e3 pawn that I wasn't going to take the knight. True story. Anyway, bishop c3, probably a good move as well. Thanks for the game. I don't dare to read out your username, but it's been fun. And we all learned a valuable lesson. Miyatara. Miyasuya. What's b5 called? Is this the Polish opening? Can't be great, but I don't think it's too bad. It makes some sense. Prepared bishop b7, controls the c4 square. So it's probably one of the more playable sidelines out there. Having said that, I don't know what to do, and I hate my position. Bishop e3. This is a strange move to make, no? I hope no one with chess culture is watching, seeing me play c5, c4. They will ban me from the chess culture club. Then again, I wouldn't want to be a member of a club that would have me. Was that Groucho Marx? Story of my life. He might have said it a little before me, but I'm sure I had the same thought. People are discussing opening names. Isn't Polish, d4, b5. I have no clue. I don't really know opening names. Don't think about them, like, ever. I think more about the moves. So, I'm sure you guys are right. Time to develop. Bunch of pieces. Yeah, checkmate him, some f5, rook f6, rook g6. Or is that a bit optimistic? I should try. And if at first I don't succeed, I'll dust myself off and try again. Knight g5. Alright, this was the plan anyway. Mr. Dodgy is saying I probably call this the symmetrical variation. You think you're making an inside joke, but that one's strictly on you. I never called anything like that. Anything like that. I will continue trying to explain it, but at this point, I feel I'd rather rewatch the movie Runescape than revisiting opening titles. Because who cares? Pieces go somewhere. I don't know. That's probably not the most popular opinion. So I could take, or I could go h6, knight h3, bishop h4, king e2. Let's do this maybe. Fitzcock is asking, did you watch The Mandalorian yet? I did not. I'm way behind on watching like topical TV shows. I did not watch Watchmen. I did not watch The Mandalorian. I did not watch what's called The Morning Show. Basically, if it's not on Netflix, I haven't seen it. And if it's on Netflix and it's not The Irishman, I also haven't seen it. So yeah, that's been my approach to watching stuff. I haven't even seen Rick and Morty. And I love Rick and Morty. Season 4. The Irishman, though, is an excellent movie. Miyatara is in trouble here because it's very hard to defend this e3 pawn. And by very hard, I mean c'est ne pas possible, and that's why he or she resigns, because yeah, it's gonna be a massacre. Thanks for the game, Miyatara. Alright guys, 1 hour to go. Super Rico Mr. Dodger is saying, I want to watch that series where everybody's blind but they fight for some reason and ride horses. That sounds fantastic. By the way, I tried watching Doom Patrol. Didn't get it. Is it like funny or insightful, or does the story pick up? Currently they're in some car driving to Panama or something. I have very limited attention span, but I couldn't get into it. Yep. I'm saying Irishman equals Casino and Goodfellas with really old people. Yeah, maybe that's why I relate to it more. Feels a bit more, dealing with the questions of aging and remorse. It's not about people in their prime, but about coming to terms with your legacy and what you leave behind and so on. I thought it was very, very interesting, while at the same time also having all the beloved genre tropes. Don't worry, I'm not spoiling. Not spoiling. Cadolf Anderson is asking what will be Yanistan's official language. That's a good topic that I do put plenty of thought in. I think actually I haven't put any thought into it. If not, I wouldn't have to break for so long. Now thinking about it. 95 he takes, 97. Oh no, that's good. Probably the common tongue is most suitable because we are in Yanistan. We're all about meeting. If you get your visa applied, obviously. And visas won't be cheap. But I want people to communicate. I want it to be an open society as long as the great dictator has approved your visa. Therefore, I think English, but it has to be spoken with a German accent to make everyone comfortable. Because studies have shown that the German accent is what sounds most like music to the ears. This French accent nobody likes. It's too charming. You don't want women to get attracted by your accent. You want to communicate, but you want to rule out the TH because that's a hard sound to make. So I think we will go with exaggerated German accent, but English as the first language. That's the plan. I see no complaints. The people agree. Cadolf Anderson is saying the Irishman is like the Unforgiven mobsters version. Is it? Which one's the Unforgiven? The one with Kevin Costner? Oh no, that's the Untouchables. What's the Unforgiven? Ah, that's the one with Clint Eastwood, the Western? I like that movie too, yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, I like all the old guy movies. Percy Hepworth is saying Germans like David Hasselhoff's music, so not sure it being music to the ears will help. That's one of the myths about Germany. Nah, we're not kidding, it's not a myth. We love David Hasselhoff. I'm rocking I've Been Looking for Freedom every morning. We still watch Baywatch instead of porn. Like, online porn, not a thing here, because we have Baywatch. And Summer or CJ running in slow motion, who needs internet porn? Also the Hoff, isn't he getting big in America again? I feel like he's having this burger thing really rejuvenated his career. He had the roast. Where's he on? Isn't he a judge on some show or something? I'm not sure. I think it's part of his legend. But the only time I ever hear David Hasselhoff brought up is when Americans are saying, haha, David Hasselhoff is so funny in Germany. Or so big in Germany. Well, frankly, other than the 5 episodes of Knight Rider I watch per week, and the Baywatch, and the I've Been Looking for Freedom disc I'm rocking on my Discman. That's right, we have Discmans over here. I barely think about David Hasselhoff. So joke's on you. Super Rico is hanging in there, but I took some of his pawns. Now I want his queen. Or the rook. I'll take the rook. I will settle for the rook. Michal Palitska saying, OMG, Baywatch, better Borat than David. You're probably younger than me, Michal Palitska. In the early 90s, we didn't have the internet. We did not have easy access to porns or pornography. Baywatch was all we had. I'm sure thousands of comedians have bits about my grandfather had to watch The Clouds, I had to watch Baywatch, and so on. But it's true. It's nothing but the truth. All right, before I get a penalty for talking too much about porn, this is, of course, a Banter Blitz marathon. We are in the last of 36 hours of more or less uninterrupted blitzing. I heard some of my teamsters, shout out to the Irishman, were very sick, so thanks to Lawrence Trent and Jon Ludwig Hammer for soldiering through. That's impressive. Also thanks to Laurent Fressinet, who chose to celebrate his birthday with us, his best friends, the Chess24 community, instead of, I don't know what they do in Paris normally. Casino, Pain Blanc. I should not imitate his accents. It will start trouble. I should stick to the good accent. Anyway, happy birthday, Monsieur Laurent, is what I was trying to say. Get well soon, Messieurs Jon Ludwig and Tremtovic. Also thanks to the Play Magnus All-Stars, I think was Sebastian Mikhailov and Lars Oskar Hauge manning the shift. The long, long shift. And Carnicero is saying, Lawrence didn't really soldier through. Yeah, okay. But he showed his face. And aren't we all happy to see his face? In small doses. B. Delurvy guy is saying, something baguette related, I'm sure. Laurent somehow gets very upset whenever I bring up the baguette topic, which I do bring up a lot. And I don't understand why, because it's not like stereotyping. I just think it's hilarious how much Pain Blanc he eats and how addicted he is to it. And it's really nothing to do with him being French. But it just cracks me up. And yeah, I do talk about it a lot. And it really does annoy him. He's hard to annoy, such a nice guy. But the Pain Blanc talk really drives him nuts. So obviously, I'll stop doing it. Did I tweet that picture where I went to the supermarket with Laurent and all he bought was like Pain Blanc and pain au chocolat? I think I didn't tweet it, I just sent it to some people and had them guess who I'm shopping with. And they all guessed. So, sorry Laurent, especially on your birthday, I don't want to ruin the mood by talking too much about Pain Blanc. I hope you got a nice, fresh one from the boulangerie this morning. And you're having a great time over there. Blackfin's asking, Jan, do you think the Celtics are better without Kyrie? That's not even a question at this point anymore, right? Of course they are. I'm not sure if it's just the team spirit. I think it's also, people get more touches, probably Kemba Walker. I don't even know about this, but I guess he's better on defense. So obviously they're better. And Camille, as said, resigned because I was better there after taking a bunch of his pieces. Thanks for the game, Camille. And I'll play Dengener. Cadolf Anderson is saying a ton of Pain Blanc. We all love Pain Blanc, come on. What I'm confused about is, I would say, once again, small sample size, but on average, French people are in pretty good shape. And if I can stereotype from Laurent's diet to others, Pain Blanc is a heavy ingredient. While I was always taught that white bread is not so good for you. So which one is it? Is it that it's prepared without any bad stuff in it, for lack of a better word, that you have to make it from scratch? Or is it that you only eat small portions of it? Or how can you include Pain Blanc into a healthy diet? I'm genuinely asking. Because for me, it's like even dark bread, the carbs, who knows? And Laurent can just happily eat his pain au chocolat. He weighs like, I don't know how much he weighs, but not a lot. 60 kilos? So, what's the secret? French people, Salta Chess asking, hello Jan, how many languages do you speak? German, English with a German accent. I'll count that as an extra language. Spanish. And kind of, I wouldn't say I speak Dutch, but I could communicate if I had to, and I understand most of it. So kind of Dutch, and then a bit of broken French, but that I won't count. So yeah, 3 kind of decently, and then a bit of Dutch, if I really have to. Which you never do, because I all speak English. No, my Norwegian is still fairly non-existent, which is embarrassing because it's spoken a lot in my household. So no, I understand bits and pieces, of course. But no, I really can't speak it. Dang it, wasn't I threatening something? Some bishop c7, rook c8. So many options, everything looks great. But a baguette in the hand is better than a bird in the bushes. Well-known German saying. And Henka's asking, Bokmal or Nynorsk? I don't speak either. Bokmal is spoken in my household. Michal Palitska is saying, I solved the problem. Official language of Afghanistan is Banterish. That's not even a language. Let's Banterlish. Let's keep this discussion serious, please. Let's not make up fake words. That makes no sense. Like if you suggested Dothraki or Klingon, we could have a conversation. But Banterlish, come on. I'm crashing Dengener here. I rarely get impressed with myself, but the way I've conducted this game, and by conducted, I mean conducted, I can't help but feeling a little, it's not pride, but, that pleasant feeling when you feel I'm really competent at this chess thing. I don't know. Salta Chess is asking, when you are at Russia, how do you manage with the language? I don't know. Stay in the hotel, never talk to anybody? No, I think you can get by in Russia with English pretty well, especially nowadays. I haven't been to Russia very much, but I've never had a problem using the common tongue, which applies to most parts of the world, frankly. Bateman47 saying, not my experience. Isn't it beautiful? We make difference experience in life. Wouldn't it be sad if everyone had exactly the same experiences? What would be the joy of living? This gift that just keeps giving to me. If there weren't new experiences to make, and if they weren't individual. Imagine, we all lived in the same house. We all wore the same clothes. Everything would be uniform. We'd all have the same experience. That's probably literally the trailer of this Netflix explained thing or something I just watched. Because let's face it, I don't have any unique thoughts. It's just, whatever you pick up somewhere. Speaking of picking up, let me pick up some pawns. Ugh, I'm trying to make this exciting. Why? Why exactly? Okay, no more excitement. Dengener is only starting to fight real hard. Once he's a piece down. That's the wrong approach, Dengener. Fight early, chill later, flag them. That's how I do it. Blackfin's 0521 is asking, do you think Jan has ever been tilted over the board? What are you talking about? I'm tilted every game. I'm not sure. But I think you probably, if you've seen me talk, that I'm easily affected by stuff. And especially during a tournament game, I get so miserable so quickly about my own shortcomings of being able to calculate stuff and moves I make and so on. Doesn't mean I lose them all. But yeah, I clearly tilt. Oops, I misclicked, but doesn't matter. I'll play. Ball Krishna. Salter Chess saying, I have not hear you speak Spanish. Go premium for all my Spanish insights, Salter Chess, code BF2019, 40% off. Still valid. So, knock yourself out. MF Capello is asking, hi Jan, are you playing 5 or 3 minutes? Yes. I just click on stuff. Elvin K is saying, hello again, Jan. Got 6 hours sleep. Came back and you're still here. No, I can't take any credit for a long session. I am just doing 2 hours from 6 till 8. I stopped playing at 10 a.m. Jon Ludwig and Laurent filled all the time. D4 by Danny Tartak. Okay. This will be my one Dutch game of this week. Ugh, I dislike it already. Oh, Danny Boy. Was it Danny Boyle? Why do people do this to themselves? Ugh. This looks terrible. I don't know any theory, which doesn't help. But it also looks terrible. Ugh. Ugh. I want to play f5, f7 every position. And even then I'd have a strange King's Indian. So no, the Leningrad Dutch and I will never be friends. Ugh. Yep, and is saying some people just burn calories by just breathing. Aren't that all people? I'm sure the amount varies. But I'd be very surprised if there were any people that were burning 0 calories at any given moment. I mean 0.000. Could be wrong. I don't know stuff. MF Capello saying yesterday Fressinet lost to a 1700 guy and goes under 3000. I've lost to 1200 guys. Those things can happen. And goes to show you, you must take every game seriously, not play junk like the Dutch just because you outrate your opponent. I don't know what to do. I'll try some rook b8, b5, but yeah, I don't like any of it at all. Laurent is just one of those freaks of nature, I guess. We're still talking about Laurent's diet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm genuinely intrigued. But he doesn't like it when I talk about it, so I should stop. It's his birthday. 28 years old. Doesn't look a day over 38. Congratulations, Laurent. I'm sure he's already at some place with all his French buddies, with Mazitovic, with the Maxime, with, I don't know. Who else are your French buddies? Bacro? No, Bacro is probably not there. He's busy. Anyway, they're drinking some red wine. Mazitovic is telling stories. They're talking about going out, meeting some girls, but they won't do it. They'll just stay in whatever place they are, play cards, have a great time, watch some sports, whatever game is on, PSG, some will root for PSG, some will root for Lyon. They'll have a great time. Like you should have in your 20s. Like once Laurent hits my age, starts dealing with the harsh realities of life, will be different. So I couldn't be more happy that he's having a nice birthday party tonight. Thomas Nordberg is saying chess, not cards. Oh, you could not be more wrong. Carney Sarah saying, stay inside and not me girls. I'm a GM at that. Yeah, that's a skill set that comes pretty natural to most chess players. Me very much included. Still disgusted by my position. By the blatant lack of disrespect I showed Danny Tartak by playing the Leningrad Dutch. I'm almost rooting for him, really, just because I deserve punishment for doing this to myself. As for the position, I'm not sure how bad it is. The knight on a6 is a bit misplaced, but it has some potential, I guess, to eventually get to a decent square. That's the dream. Eventually get to a somewhat decent square. For now, I'm trying not to lose all my pawns to some bishop g6 or anything really. And now it's mission. Get to a somewhat decent square. Not sure about knight f6. I do like bishops, but I felt the timing was a little off. d5, probably a good move, because I cannot take it, which is sad. So, time to retreat. He wants to go rook f1, but he can't do it yet. So how do I do this? Good game, by the way, by Danny. Can't say anything better than this. Which is, of course, quite drosh, but as long as there's rooks on the board, there it should be room for tricks. How do I do it? The rook c2, rook d6 doesn't get me anywhere. No, still quite drosh. What can you do? Just aimlessly move the pieces around. He keeps playing very well. Time to come to terms with the fact that I might just not win this. g4 is not really what I was dreaming of. But did I have a choice? Still just fishing. Oh, I had rook c7. That was my one shot. My one opportunity. He's hoping that I will blunder into checkmate. And after king d2, would have been very possible that I resign instead of him getting checkmated. So that was a bit of a turning point in the game. Because here king d2 threatens rook e7 checkmate while it's attacking my rook. So that would have been, you know, kind of awkward. While king f4, rook f3 check turned the tables literally 180 degrees. Sorry, Danny Tartak, very good game. I do mean that. What's going on? Do we have any Grandmasters in the building? Any GMsters out there? It's time for the Finale Grande. Doesn't look like. Wow, no one played against Robos? Robos, are you still there? And there's Mr. Robos. Capora Lordy is asking, do you accept 3-minute challenges? Yeah, I'm taking 3 and 5-minute challenges. Can't say how much time we have left. We have half an hour left, so I'm not sure how many more I'll get in. But yeah, 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Whatever makes you happy. I usually prefer 5 a little bit because it gives me more time to talk nonsense. I think I'm actually better at 3-minute chess. I think that's my sweet spot between bullet, where I lack most speed, and 5-minute chess, where I lack chess skills. So I think 3 minutes should be my best game. But for banter, I really like 5 minutes much better. Okay, checkmate you, Robos. He doesn't wanna. But I would like to checkmate you. It's a real conflict of interest we have here. I wanna do bad things to you. And Robos resigns. Thanks for the game. Sorry for the abrupt end. Wow, perpetual stalemate. A premium member of Chess24. What's going on there? Let's crush. I'm upset already. Just for you. That's how much the move bishop f4 in itself tilts me. So yes, I am easily tilted. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. I'm slightly mad. Wow, long castles. So aggressive. So wrong. Now to back up your aggression, you're feeding me pawns. You know how I feel about pawns. Don't ya? Nah, that would be one too many. Show some restraint. I could take this pawn if I wanted. I don't know. I'm very torn about this pawn. But it's a pawn. So far, so bad. Now, how do we end this? Amicably. Is it amicably or amicably? Amicably, right? That's a weird word to say, amicably. What are you thinking about, Perpetual Stalemate? You only have one legal move, so play it. Can't do this. I'm so scared. But I have achieved my goal. All this slithering around. Sorry, Perpetual Stalemate. He's asking why not take f2. I don't know, I thought take b2 was good, and no, take f2, there's rook f1 is the thingy. And this is hanging, so shouldn't do it. Thanks for the game. Let's play Galadriel. Galadriel? 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 Wow, f5. That is an excellent move. What am I supposed to do here again? I think as a rule of thumb, you can go b3 against all these systems. b3 is never bad. It might not always be the most challenging, but it's always okay-ish. Bishop a3, I just like visually, because it stops e5 and might make it a little harder to come up with a plan. But in general, all these positions always look very nice for white to me, which is why I felt so bad that other game when I had a similar position with the black pieces. Could not cope. Not sure what the plan is. I guess rook to e1 and e4 in some order. Usually black goes h6, g5, queen h5. They try to checkmate you, but it should not happen. Yeah, now it's already looking a little grim, I would say. Yep, this is pretty sad. My next order of business will probably be some rook a1 and d5. Even though I could also think about, whatever, tactics. But I don't really feel the need. Knight g4, does that help though? Because this pawn is kind of under attack. So, what have we learned today, kids? Don't play the Leningrad Dutch, okay? Okay, queen d4 looks very forced. And then I have some options, but I have not yet decided. I think bishop e4 might be the cleanest. He takes, that's less good. You should, okay, it's lost anyway, but you should at least take, no? Or this, it's sort of, you know, it's not really, nah. There's not much hope, that's what I'm trying to say. Or is there? I don't know. He feels reinvigorated by all these developments. And I'm sort of starting to drift. Tokyo drift. All right. Fun is over. You've had your 3 active moves, but now the usual problem with the Leningrad Dutch. Your king lacks shelter, and it often comes back. Pizza Racer is saying, Roland Preußes would disagree with you, Jan. He has made a course on the Leningrad Dutch. What's your point? I'd be free saying, cheer 1000, Jan. Don't know what that means, but thank you, I guess. Your opening clinic series is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, we'll be back one day. I think I will win this position, Galadri. You know, just informing you that I like my chances here. I mean, anything could still happen, but I do like my chances. And he did lose on time. Thanks for the game, Galadri. Patou. Ça va? Caro-Kann. They love the Caro-Kann in France. Wow, knight c3. Let's have a little fun. g4, h4. Let's do this. I start with knight e2. All right. I guess this transposes to whatever Patou has studied in his secret lab. How did this go? Do you go cd or knight c6? My knowledge is very, very dated of all these things. I used to play these lines, but it's pretty literally 20 years ago. This looks natural in order to go a6, and then being able to recapture with the knight on c6. But yeah, I have not revisited those with any engines past whatever we had 20 years ago, Fritz 4 or something. So I have no clue, but I think it's no longer very popular for white, and it's probably for a reason. Someone had a game recently, no, was it Masoud Lou against Barayev maybe? Yeah, I'm not so sure. Bishop g6 felt a bit silly, really. Not sure it's a big problem, but I should make some attacking moves on the queen side, not go pawn hunting for once. I guess it's more on brand to take the pawn, but yeah, I'm not so proud of myself here. Still, I'll obviously take the pawns, don't get me wrong. I don't feel good about it. Usually I feel real good about it. Here, It's more of an feel. I like bishops too. That's always a tough spot. You have to choose between grabbing pawns or keeping bishops. You know, that's the beauty of chess. You have all these principles contradicting each other, and you never know which one to apply. Such a tough game. I would guess, if in doubt, I'll take the pawn. People will be shocked about this chessable series I did because I'm a pawn down in like every line. It's like e4, e5. Black is always a pawn down everywhere. So it's not exactly on brand. But sometimes it happens, especially if you're black and you're trying to make the best moves. You have to give a pawn to get your pieces out. That was a nice pawn to take. I want that pawn too, just so you know. We're not done. Aren't we all just pawns in the game of life? Wow, that's real insightful, Jan. Did you think of that yourself? I know. I know I didn't read it in a book, because I don't read books. But it's also very unlikely I thought of it myself. It's also not very insightful. Thanks for the game, part 2. Yeah, that's a sharp line. I'm not up to date on theory, I have to check this. I think Masoud Lou against Bareyev was a game here. Some crazy stuff, some early bishop g5. When I checked this, but this was, yeah, literally early 2000s. It was supposed to be fine for black. And let's play against Clappy too. I'm Clappy. I hope you're Clappy too. Wow, the coffee mug is getting dangerously empty. We still have 80 minutes to go. And Johnny Bilal is going to Leipzig tomorrow. Any tips on what to do? No, I haven't been to Leipzig forever. Spelled with a G in the end. So don't go with a CH. People might get very upset because they like the spelling in Leipzig. But I hear it's very nice. I haven't been for a while. I hear it's a very pretty city. I think they have the zoo. Anybody from Leipzig here? What's Leipzig like? I've only heard good things, but yeah. I can't recall. I must have been. I know I've been, but I really can't recall when. So it must have been a while ago. Clappy's position looks very shaky here. You know what? Let's make this exciting. Let's make it a race. Checkmate me, Clappy. Here comes my king. Oh, he's not into it. Well, that's just sad, bishop a6. It's King's Indian, you should try to checkmate me. And as we all know, without the light square bishop, there is no checkmate in the King's Indian. At least that's what kids are taught in my neck of the woods. And then when they checkmate you anyway, and you cry your eyes out, you come to your coach. You say, now you told me it's impossible to get checkmated after I took that light square bishop. I don't have an end to that story. Queen d7 is really wrong though. Like, these endgames are all terrible, Clappy. So you should at least keep the dream alive. But this, it's just sad. Sad situation. Now g4. I don't know. I'm not on board with any of this, Clappy. Not sure about fg, maybe. I should have just going rook c7 first, but it's still pretty sad. Oh yeah, fg was a bit silly. Why give him any counter chances? Not that. It's not any overwhelming counterplay, but why give him any active move, really? Still sad. It's a sad situation. Here or here? Both look nice. Go away. Should try to end this game at some point. But there are still pawns to be taken. Because pawns are meant to be taken. Here or here? Decisions are also meant to be taken. All right. Now Clappy's seen enough. Thanks for the game, Clappy, too. Herald of Ash is saying, Sachsen-Leipzig has the most open-minded people in all Germany. What does that mean? A lot of Tinder action over there? Or what are we talking about? Mikhailo Granik is saying, hashtag sad dog, as Mr. Peanut Butter would have said. Celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Are the new episodes of BoJack out? Like I watched whatever they published, the first half of the new season. Is the second half out? I love BoJack. Friedel. Michael Grant is saying the second half is not out yet. Yeah, probably. Netflix would have told me about these developments, right? Banterthon. How's the banter rating doing? 3150. Making a comeback. But it's probably too little too late. Hashtag sad dog. H-ray in general is useful in these structures. I'm not sure if it's the best move here, but just, not to allow the bishop to get to g4. Because this bishop is sort of the problem piece, as it does not participate in the fight for the e5 square. That often emerges later. Therefore, it makes some sense to get rid of it ASAP. Well, here, it has to sadly chill on c8 or b7 or wherever it ends up going. Watch the action without being much of an active contributor. Queen c7 is normally the sign to now push e5. Is this through here as well? Nah, I don't want to yet. I don't wanna. So black avoided an immediate catastrophe. His position is still very, very sad. Rook e7 is begging for e5. I don't think I can resist that temptation. Now? Okay, let's keep it simple. What's the finale grande in Alemania? So many moves. This looks very tempting. Other moves look tempting too. But you can only make one at a time. It's another of the great sad things about chess. Oh, it's a 3-minute game. I should speed up. That's why you're making all these horrible moves, Friedel. Because we don't have time. No one told me. Focus, Jan. Okay, actually. There's not that much focus needed. Because I can take all the things. And Friedel does resign. Thanks for the game, Friedel. Yeah, don't play that line. The anchor is saying a nephew twice removed from me lives in Hamburg. We have so much in common. Probably a nephew twice removed from me also lives in Hamburg. Kurt Ulvanderson is saying Hamburg must be a lovely place. Yeah, locals take a lot of pride in the city. I don't think it's the prettiest city on earth or the nicest place on earth, all that stuff. The weather is too bad. And frankly, German infrastructure, if you travel somewhere else, it's fine, stuff works. But the more you get around, the more you start questioning. Is Hamburg really the prettiest city on earth? Is it really the greenest place in the whole wide world? Or have they just been telling me that from childhood? No, but seriously, it's a nice bit. It's a nice place. Or so I'm told. I never go anywhere. But I'm told it is a nice city. Has a lot of green. 2 million people, so you can do whatever you want. I normally watch Netflix. Fiancatino. Wow, living up to his name. All right. Oh, we're getting close to the finish line. I'm reading Johannes Brahms was from Hamburg. That alone makes it great. I don't know. Do you measure the greatness or not greatness of a city by people that are from there? That sounds like a dangerous game to play, no? Especially in good old Germany. Also, I know nothing about anything, but especially not about classical music. So I can't say much about Brahms. Was he good? Did he write some books? Queen b5. I will continue to keep it simple. Subject Delta is saying, how about that Fleabag sister series? Looked cool. Bob Odenkirk. Not sure I get that. Fleabag is an amazing series. It's highly, highly recommended. Without any irony. It's so good. Season 2 even better than Season 1. Season 1 is fantastic too. So yeah, watch that. Phoebe Waller-Bridges. What a talent. And I'm not being ironic. Cadolf Anderson is saying we can all move to Jan's basement. Yeah, I don't know. It's not such a small basement. It's also not a big basement. It's like a second base basement, I would say. But the room next to it is really crowded, and I need this one, the one I'm in now. For what do I need it for? Ah, yeah, for doing all these great Chess 24 shows that I do once every 3 months. So I'm not sure you guys will all fit. Otherwise, would be great fun, of course. As for the game, Fiancatino has been playing well. I've been taking pawns, so yeah, not that much to say about it. And if I say playing well, I mean it, compared to the 13-14 rating, but it's still a bit the condescending. He's played well, but okay. There was never a doubt in my mind that I would eventually win the game. That kind of well. Ugh, I'm so good at giving uplifting speeches. Kedulf Anderson is saying, we're only 5k people. Ah, yeah, we're talking Chess24 premium users. We should be fine, of course. We stack nicely. Yeah, if you guys don't need stuff, I guess. It could be like a... What's it called? What's the movie? Wow, now I'm forgetting the titles of Dave Chappelle movies. That's really upsetting. Who's the guy on the couch? Oh, I blundered 94. Still zero doubt in my mind. How can I not think of that movie? A Weed Smoker's classic. It will come to me in a minute. Ugh, come on. Focus, Jan. Half-baked. There's a guy living on the couch. And after he lives there for a couple months, they figure out that he was no one's friend. They thought he was that guy's friend or that guy's friend. But he wasn't. I feel that that situation could easily happen in my household too. Ah, I thought it was your mom. No. Wow. Almost a checkmate threat. But not quite. I'll take just for added intrigue. Fiancatino. This is it. All right. Fun's over. The horse with no name was finally ran into a lethal pin. Thanks for the game, Fiancatino. And I think the last game du jour du Banterthon is coming up. Is this really the last game of the day? Wow, 1957. And we're playing against women grandmaster Katica, whose rating is 1452. What's going on there? I'm aware you start with 1500, you probably don't play much. But why did you drop the 50 points? Ah, that's because you only partook in banter blitzes. Got crushed. Is that what happened? Oh, I missed my b5 chance. Oh, I can pin. Wow, stakes is high, ladies and gentlemen. f4. That's probably a mouse slip. I guess she was intending f3. Because f4 looks kind of... What's the word? Wrong. Knight e4 was already tempting, but yeah, f4 is just a hard move to recover from. Probably I should have punished with it, or tried to punish it more with knight to e4. But as I said, f4 really doesn't fit into many positions for white. So, will be tough. Maybe this is the one where it fits best, actually. At least it can help some f5. That still doesn't look very pleasant. Still. I'm not very impressed with my f4 punishing thus far. I really found the one position where f4 makes a little bit of sense. Hmm, 95. Giving me choices between pawn hunting and bishop taking. The usual dilemma. But if in doubt, go after the pawn. What's there to think about? Queen d2, knight c4 I can't do because of... Why resigns? Queen d2? Like, black is better. But it looks wrong to resign. Knight c4, knight c7, knight d2, knight a8. I know, but yeah, many things went wrong there. For Katitsa, starting with move number 4, clearly mouse slip f3 was the intention. So, are we done? What's the counter say? No, we still have 44 seconds. And of course, there has to be chess while the clock is still running. Someone challenged me to bullet game. Oh no, I can play till Schach. Who cares? I don't know. I don't have plans for the night. I could rewatch The Irishman. Other than that, nothing to do. I guess my daughter's asleep already. Around 8. So yeah, I don't know. Dinner and a movie. That kind of thing. Come on, till Schach. Are you not there for Le Finale Grande in Alemania? I should play something real crazy for the last game, like the Slav. Wow. Sicko mode. Ali. Till Schach, which means something along the lines of Till Chess. Till probably being his first name. I guess it's more common with double L Till, but you can probably spell it with one L too. Ah, yeah, it's short for Tillman. His name is Tillman Trappe. And he likes Schach. I believe that's how it goes. Oh, Slow is saying, was that a joke about how boring chess is? No, that was a joke about how boring my chess is. D3. I could pin, maybe? Nah. Okay, now I'll pin. You keep asking for a till. If you're called Till, do people make a lot of like from dusk till dawn jokes if you go out partying? Just curious. Sorry, that's the best I got. Wow, that's real greedy. Till Schach. Even for my standards, I would consider that a hot pawn to take. Since it's the last game, since I feel the excitement is already through the roof. But we need to step it up even further. Bring the roof down. I am willing to fake sacrifice in exchange. Breathe in, breathe out. Speaking of breathe in, breathe out, how's the new Kanye album? I haven't listened to all of it. I've heard a lot of opinions. Yeah, music's fine, it's very Jesus-y. But yeah, is it recommended? Also, can we separate the art from the artist, or do we say, nah, we're no longer Team Kanye? What's the situation? And I know I said Kanye 5 seconds ago, now I'm saying Kanye. So many options. I guess I'll take Rook. But what about the Rook? The Rook was hanging. Yes, this is the official language of Yanistan. You are not mistaken. Welcome. Can I see your tax declaration? Do you have your visum ready for inspection? Yes, thank you. The bureaucracy on the island is firm, I have to tell you, but we need to, in order to make sure everybody has proper documentation. Yes, thank you. Yes, you can apply for a condo. Yes, yes. No, sorry, all the beachfront property is taken. It's reserved for the great dictator if he wants to go on holidays. Oh, my accent is breaking. I'm bad at accents. But in the city, very close to the supermarket, where the population can buy fresh fruits, not the good stuff, but you understand. But very close to the supermarket, I can get you a nice place. Yes, thank you. Yeah, there's no punchline or jokes coming. I'm just, thinking about how we would handle real estate in Yanistan. Because it's good to plan ahead with such things, and not all of a sudden. You're sitting there, and you have all these unsolved problems that you have to handle last minute, like who can become a real estate agent? I'd like to know in advance. Do you need a license? Will we have a more just system for real estate in Yanistan? As for the game, I don't know. Frankly, summer fans till Schach, I'm not paying any attention. But there will be mate. Oh, I should think about my closing argument. Your Honor. If the king don't fit, you must acquit. Because I feel this might very well be the last move of this Black Friday Banterthon. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Oh, it's Sunday too. Then I think, now let's wait for the game to be over till Shah. The game is over. He offers a draw. I decline. He probably misclicked. He meant to click on resigns. Thanks for the game till Shah. This is it. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thanks to Lawrence Trant, David Howell making a surprise appearance, Laurent Fressinet, Lars Oskar Hauge, Sebastian Mikhailov, Jon Ludwig Hammer. Was that it? Am I forgetting someone? No, that's the list. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes, setting up the shows, doing designs, doing, I don't even know what the words are, restreams, setups, tech stuff, all that good stuff. So it's been fun. Thank you guys for joining the festivities. I would guess the bonus code is still valid. BF, like BFF, like Paris Hilton and Nikki. What's Nikki's last name? Is it also Hilton? They should both be called Hilton. BF 2019 to save 40% on premium. I'm out of here. It's been a blast. I haven't done that much. I shouldn't act like I just, climbed the Mount Everest. It's been a fun session. See you guys next time. Later. Like Paris Hilton and Paris Hilton. That's a good point. Thanks, bye.